Welcome back to the Morning Blend. There are some telltale signs of aging, like our necks and our hands. But when it comes to our faces, eyes are a dead giveaway. Today, a fix for under-eye bags, droopy eyelids, and that dull-looking skin. If we want to look and feel young, we've got to get our glow back.
That's right. Dr. Andrew Campbell is a double board certified plastic surgeon and founder of Quintessa Aesthetic Center. And he's going to tell us how to look so young like Cher. Right?
Yeah, you want to look like Cher.
That's right.
You made a great point during the commercial break. Can you share?
Well, you can exercise and eat right all you want, but it's really genetics that is going to determine what your eyelids end up looking like. And this can be a really emotional experience for patients because they might be in their mid-30s and they get this excess skin and people start asking them, are you tired? Are you sad? Sometimes are you angry between their brows? It drives them crazy.
Yeah.
And they come in, emotional. They can't wear makeup. They can't put eyeshadow on. Their mascara ends up on, by their eyebrows.
Yeah.
And we treat them in the office. So this is a 30-minute procedure just done with them awake, like going to the dentist.
No
Really?
way. You can
Yes.
get your eyelids done in 30 minutes?
Absolutely.
Get out of
I
town.
didn't know that either. And
I did not know that.
You don't have to watch it though, do you?
No, your eyes are closed while we do this. This is all I do. I do eyelids and I do facelifts. That's my practice.
Yeah.
You do it
And-
fast.
So
Well,
are
they're
you,
not
are you
slow.
leaving with like stitches?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
you've
you
got
leave
some
with
stitches in. They only last for 3 or 4 days. So you come back in.
What?
We'll do them on a Friday, and that patient will come back Monday morning, and we'll get their stitches out. They
Looks
can
like
put
a totally
makeup
different
on,
person.
but it looks natural. She looks great.
Absolutely, it does.
Yes, she does. And I bet people don't say, oh,
wow,
did you
look at
have your
that from
eyelids
that
done?
angle.
They
Look at
say,
from
you
that.
look great.
It's what's really neat about what I do is I'm taking away things that are noticeable, like excess skin or shadows or things like that, and I'm leaving behind normal. So what they never notice is something that's normal. And so they're not drawn to that area. They just look at them and they look brighter, they look more awake, they look like they have more energy. They love it.
That I can't get over the fact it's done in 30 minutes, you're awake and you leave and it's out in 3 days. I just think that's incredible. So most of the time, is this something inherited or is this a lifestyle
This
problem?
is absolutely genetic. Yes,
Okay.
it's inherited. I mean, I've actually done an upper blepharoplasty on an 18-year-old, and it was a guy. That's my
Really?
youngest.
Okay.
And it's just genetics. You can't stop this. You can't exercise your face
Nope.
into fitness.
Can't eat it
So
better.
you just have to deal with it. And unfortunately, there's really no non-surgical way that can really improve eyelids well. Early on, some filler in the lower eyelids maybe, but that's about it.
What about under eye bags? Because we mentioned that too, and I have a whole lot of that going on. What can you do for that area?
So one is surgery, and again, in the office, local anesthesia, 30 minutes, stitches come out in 3 or 4 days. When you're a little younger, and I usually say if they're under the age of 50, we can sometimes camouflage that fullness by putting filler underneath it. Now that's a temporary solution. It's going to last
won't
for
look
a year
puffy?
or two. That's why when you get to a certain point,
Yeah.
you add that filler and you look puffy.
Yep.
And so it's really best for the younger patient that has what we call a tear trough, which is literally just the shadow. They really don't have a lot of fullness. And then you can fill that in, they look great. And they don't really need a lower lid blepharoplasty.
Yeah.
But for somebody who's really needs a blepharoplasty, that's when you're better off just doing, it's a minor surgery done right in the office. You go home, you ice your eyes that day,
Yeah.
you sleep with your head of the bed up, and 3 days later we're getting the stitches out.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
Most can put makeup on, and I tell them, you may not look perfect,
Yeah.
because you're going to look a little swollen. But guess what? You look a little swollen before the surgery.
Right.
Because you have this puffy bag.
Yeah.
So they don't look that different. Put a little makeup on. Nobody really notices. The scar's right in a little crease. So you think it's just a crease in the skin. It doesn't look like a scar. The upper eyelids, it's hidden in the crease as well. So you really can't see it.
Wow.
Nice.
So, okay, so who's a good candidate? Because you've mentioned everyone from 18-year-olds to 50 and up.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's basically
Yes,
anybody.
yes,
Yeah, the answer is yes.
The answer is if you have extra skin, extra fat, those these bulges in your eyelids, you're probably going to be a good candidate for eyelid surgery.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
it's fascinating to me too, because you've talked before about a mini lift, and I think in one of the pictures that we saw, someone had a
Yep.
mini lift, which really helped with this area, and I'm sure that
It's what the women.
It's
I
when
shouldn't
it's
say
when we
just
do
women.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you do that.
When you do this in the mirror, that's what you're doing permanently.
But it's wonderful, I think, in conjunction. When
do
you
them all the time together,
when you do that with the eyelids, I would think you have really almost like similar results to a full-on facelift.
Exactly. I like to talk about facial harmony. That means everything matches.
Now, is this a mini lift too? Because you can see her jowls, right?
That looks
So the
great.
jowls are lifted. The eyelid skin is gone. She just looks brighter, but you'd never look at her and think anything was really ever done.
Absolutely, especially the way you do the incision.
They're all
for
really well
mini
hidden.
lifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
I know someone who you've done, and we've talked about it before. It's incredible, and it literally looks amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and that was a guy, and he looks
And again, all in
awesome.
the office, local anesthesia.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. You've partnered with this nonprofit that helps women who are being rescued from sex trafficking reintegrate into the community. So right now you're asking people to donate gently used bras, and if you do, you'll get 10% off your next skincare purchase at Quintessa. So that's what you can do. You can do bras, nursing bras, and camisoles, right? All of that are included. Here's how you can learn more about the eyelid lifts. The real term is what? Blepharoplasty?
Blepharoplasty? I know, that's a tough one.
Just ask for the eyelid thing.
Yeah.
That or a mini lift too, which we talked about, both with Dr. Campbell. Here's the phone number to call for an appointment. It's 1-800-499-4309 or myquintessa.com/lids to learn more as well.
I've never heard of the Free the Girls organization. I think that's great that you're supporting that.
Yeah, and obviously one of my partners is a body plastic surgeon, so we actually do treat, breast issues.
Yeah.
So to kind of combine this together and help people the trafficking thing I think is getting a lot more press because of how insanely bad it is, and even in the United States of America, you think this is going on, in Asia
right
or
here
something,
on
but
94.
I know.
It's here. It's wonderful. Thanks
Scary.
for supporting that group.
Thank
That's
you.
a really neat way that we can
Thanks,
all help
doctor.
too.
Yeah.